So I know that some of you are much cooler than me and you don't waste your time on US presidential politics. You guys are cooler than me, you're way post-truth, you live your life away from the politics, I get it. But me, I'm addicted to the American politics. I love the theatre, I love the braggadocio. The thing is, I was just watching a Trump speech from a few months ago and I found something that I think you're going to find very interesting. And it reminded me of a video that I made 8 years ago, which was on YouTube, but YouTube deleted it. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about this Trump speech. I found a clip from a few months ago that I think you'll find interesting. And then we're also going to talk about this video that I made 8 years ago that is just as relevant today as it was back then, if not more so. So I'll put links in the comment section below, in the pinned comment. You'll find a link to this video, this full 15-minute video. I re-uploaded it tonight. So it was originally on YouTube, but of course my channel got deleted by YouTube for whatever reason. So I've re-uploaded it. And man, I went back and re-watched this video. I was like, holy crap, I can't believe the stuff we used to be allowed to get away with on YouTube back in the day. 8 years ago, we could get away with basically saying exactly how things are. These days, we need to be a little bit more, shall we say, circumspect, more guarded, more allegorical in what we say. But back then, we could say whatever we wanted. So let's play a short clip from that video. I'll link to this in the show notes below. Take a look at this.
Saying anything positive about Hillary is, of course...
Now, this is from 2016, folks. I was YouTubing back in 2016, and I was talking about the presidential election. Now, again, I know some of you are like, oh, JLB, we don't care about the election. Okay, fine, but there's a meta script going on here. Thank you very much, Tim Osman, Infinite Plane Society. There's a meta script going on here. Just take a look at a few seconds of this video. The full video is available at johnlebon.com for free. I will link. It'll be in the pinned comment. Here's just a few seconds of this video from 8 years ago, folks.
Not very popular in the circles which many of my subscribers frequent. The alternative and independent media scenes are awash with beaming support for Donald Trump. Take a look at the who's who on the Trump train. Alex Jones of InfoWars is there. Hendrik Palmgren of Red Ice Radio is there too, as is Andrew Anglin of the Daily Stormer. Angelo John Gage, formerly of the National Youth Front, is there as well. And the leading figures of the right stuff are there, as are many other characters associated with the so-called alt-right. And why wouldn't they be supporting Trump? After all, Trump is 2016's answer to the 2008 Ron Paul revolution, but with one very important added bonus. He actually has a chance, at least in theory, of winning. And who wouldn't like to back a winner for once? Who wouldn't like to be on the winning team, even if we all know deep down that the game is fixed? Winning certainly feels a lot better than losing, and every decent, honest white man in the Western world is sick of being on the losing side. Our countries are being flooded with immigrants which nobody voted for. Our women are being trained to think that femininity is old-fashioned, and that their precious and fleeting youth is for working and partying. Our brothers are being turned into pussified new males by mainstream music and other pop culture garbage. Our sons and daughters are being taught that transgenderism is perfectly normal and healthy. And the people playing a large role in these messes and so many others openly brag about their achievements as though nobody can stop them.
Guys, that's less than 1 minute of a 9-minute video. I think it's like a 10-minute video. This is crazy that I got away with posting this stuff to YouTube back in the day. So I've re-uploaded this to my own server, and I'll put a link to this in the comment section below. The pinned comment will have a link to the full 10-minute video. Go and take a look at this, folks. It's incredible to me that I got away with this. So go and check out the full video. It's available right now for free at johnlebon.com. Link in the comment section below. Anyway, so the reason why I decided to go back and look at my archives was because I saw this clip from Donald Trump. I was watching his speech. I've been watching all his Trump and Kamala speeches lately. I've been hooked on the whole stuff. So this is a speech from Trump before Biden got replaced or got, taken care of, whatever. And but this Donald Trump guy, he gave a speech and he recited a poem, like a story. And I remember 8 years ago when I first saw him tell the same story. Now, I don't know if these people in the crowd have any idea that Trump is just rehashing stuff from 8 years ago, but I think it's a terrific, what do you call it, a fable? It's like a story of how do we end up where we are. So let's take a look at this. So this is from 3 months ago. Trump was at New Jersey, and just listen to what he has to say.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. How about Chris Christie? You say, I love Bruce Springsteen, and then they used to throw him out of the concert. When somebody throws you out of a concert, you shouldn't love them. You sort of say, I don't like that music, right? You remember him saying that, then they...
By the way, have you ever been thrown out of a concert? I haven't, but I was thrown out of a comedy. I went to a dude doing stand-up comedy, like a paid... This is like a professional comedian. I got thrown out of a professional comedian's set. I was in the front row with a lady friend of mine, and we were drinking goon. We were drinking, boxed wine. And when the comedian saw that we were drinking, cask wine that we shouldn't have been drinking in his performance, he threw us out. The funny thing is, prior to him coming on stage, we were drinking the same wine with his mother. I was sat next to his... So there's a professional stand-up comedian on the stage, and I'm having a drink, and I like to talk to people. So I sit down, and I'm with my friend, and then so she's on my right-hand side, and on my left-hand side is some lady. So I said, hey, are you here to see this guy? She's like, yeah, I'm not just here to see him. This is my son. I'm here to watch my son. I was like, holy shit, you're the mother of... insert comedian. She's like, yep, and I'm here to see him. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And she's like, what are you drinking? I'm like, oh, we got a bit of cask wine. You want some? So we gave her, she wanted some, so we gave her some cask wine. This is a true story, folks. So we're drinking cask wine with the mother of the comedian who we're there to see. And we're all having fun. Everyone's having a good time. Anyway, 10 minutes, 20 minutes into his performance, I can't remember how long it took, but eventually he sees me and my lady friend, drinking some cask wine. He says, are you guys drinking goon? And we're like, yes. And everybody's laughing. The whole crowd is laughing. And we're laughing. We think it's very funny. He's like, oh, you shouldn't be drinking goon. Everyone's laughing. And he's like, no, seriously, everyone stop laughing. These two are drinking goon in my... by the way, goon, I know goon means a different thing now for the youngsters, but back in the day, goon meant cask wine, cheap wine. So everyone's laughing. He says, no, everyone stop laughing. These people shouldn't be drinking goon in my performance. And then the laughter slowly died away. And he's like, no, seriously, you two, and he pointed to me and my friend, he's like, you two, get out. And we're like, okay, well... And at first we thought it was a bit. It wasn't a bit. He actually got rid of us from his... he kicked us out of his performance. Which, hey, he's the man, he's a big Papa Smurf. He's allowed to kick out whoever he wants. Fair enough. So me and my lady friend, we packed up our shit and got out of there. But what we didn't do was say to him, hey, by the way, you're kicking us out for drinking goon that we drank with your own mother. Anyway. So yeah, I've been kicked out. Not of a concert, but of a stand-up comedian. That's a true story, folks.
Threw him out of the concert. So this is having to do with our border. An old great song. I had to change it a little bit to make it pertinent, but it is very pertinent and very true.
So before we get to Donald Trump reading out this story about the snake, I want to say that this video is dedicated to Fuhng from Chicago. He sent through a very juicy tip in the last 24 hours, and I really appreciate it. I am but a starving truth artist, and I've got enough money to pay for my rent, my food, and I'm not in trouble, folks, but every time that somebody goes to the JLB support page and sends through some money, it makes a big difference, because I live on very little. And I'm grateful. I've got a good life, folks. I get to spend my whole day. I can spend a whole day interviewing people, editing podcasts. I get to do what I want, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm very lucky. But I don't have much money, so every time somebody sends me a tip, it really makes a big difference. So big thanks to you to Fuhng. Fuhng from Chicago. Thank you very much, Fuhng. Thank you, Fuhng. Thank you very much.
It's called The Snake, and it talks about illegal immigration.
And thanks to everybody who supports me at johnlebon.com. There aren't many people doing what I do, and there's especially not many people who've been doing it for as long as I do. That video that I'm linking to in the comment section below is from 8 years ago. That's how long I've been here, folks, covering this stuff. And go and watch that video. and see the stuff I was talking about. I was talking about stuff 8 years ago that 8 years later, no one's talking about. No one seems to know. Dude, I was so far ahead of the curve, it's crazy. I know it sounds very arrogant, and maybe I've been watching too much Trump, and I'm a bit too much braggadocio, maybe, but go and check out the video. It's available for free. Link in the comment section below, the top link. Go and watch that 10-minute video of me talking about Trump back in 2016. It is phenomenal how far ahead of the curve I was.
And how stupid it is what we're doing right now. We're letting people come into our country that will only be trouble. On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. Poor thing, she sighed. I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. That's our country. Take me in, oh tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She wrapped him up all cozy in a comforter of silk and laid him by her fireside with some honey and some milk. She hurried home from work that night, and soon as she arrived, she found the pretty snake she'd taken in had been revived. Take me in, oh tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. She clutched him to her bosom. You're so beautiful, she cried. But if I hadn't brought you in by now, you truly would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying, thank you, ma'am, the snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, oh tender woman, take me in for heaven's sake. Take me in, oh tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I saved you, cried the woman, and you bit me, but why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin.
You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
So I first heard that story from Trump 8 years ago. And I remember the first time he gave that recital. This is 2016, folks. This is the best part of a decade ago. And back then, what was I, in my 20s? 2016. Yeah, I was in my 20s. Yeah, I was in my 20s back then. Late 20s. And I thought, man, that's such a cool story, such a cool poem, or whatever you want to call it. And now we're here in 2024, and he's using the same stuff. He's using the same stories. And he's still entertaining, Trump. He hasn't got the same edge he had back then, but he's still entertaining. The point is, I saw this, so I was watching this, I had this in the background as I was tending to my emails and my Reddit, what have you. And I was like, Trump, I heard that story 8 years ago. And in fact, 8 years ago, man, I was on to you. So what I'm going to do is, and by the way, folks, don't get triggered by this. See how it says why I'm voting for Hillary? This is just a cheeky clickbait title. Watch the video and see what I talk about. 8 years ago, I was ahead of the curve. Now we're here 8 years later. Now we're here in the current time. It is phenomenal that the 2016 JLB was more on the case than anybody in the scene today. And if you disagree with me about that, okay, fine. Just go and watch this video and see what I talk about and see the evidence I provide. This is available for free right now. This is the top link in the top comment in the comment section below. Go and check it out and then leave your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about this? What do you think about Trump and his snake story? If you watch my video from 2016, what do you think about this video? What do you think about JLB? Has he gotten too far ahead of himself? Is JLB, oh, JLB, man, you're so arrogant, man. But well, just see what I did. The evidence is there. The work is done. It's all on the record. And I've been here for a long time. And I'll tell you this, I'm not going anywhere. So big thanks to fuhng and all the other people who support me here at johnlebon.com. I'm doing important work, I think. And if you think I'm doing important work, then please consider, at the very least, leaving a comment to support me. And maybe check out the support page at johnlebon.com and send a tip. But if you can't send a tip, leave a comment. I want your thoughts. What do you think about Trump? What do you think about 2016 JLB? And what do you think about this circus that's happening right now? Leave your comments in the comment section below, and have yourselves a lovely day.
We can't get driven down crazy conspiracy rabbit holes.
There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories.
John, thank you. Great job, John.